Have you ever wondered how it feels like to get into an abusive relationship based on someone's decision for you? Join me today as we dive into another world of our movie review. Welcome. Welcome to the movie review channel here on Starways Pictures. Well, like I earlier said, our topic for today is a very sensitive one, and I'll be needing your thoughts on it also. The link to watching this movie is on the description box. This movie, titled The Aftermath, simply put, the consequences of someone's decision, briefly talks about a lady who ended up being in her mother's choice for marriage. You may ask, what and how do you mean? She got married to a very wealthy man who always dealt with her aggressively. I mean, it got physical, punched her in the face and the likes of it. My question now is, why did the daughter let her mother's decision so influence her? Was she doing this because she also wanted to get married to a wealthy man? You know how girls of nowadays can be. I want to marry a rich man. I want to marry a rich man. Then who will marry the poor ones? Okay, was she also doing this because she wanted to make her mother happy? Leave your comment. I want to know your thoughts on it. Now, to me, I will say she is not a baby. I mean, she could easily say no without hurting a fly. Yeah, she could. She had friends too who could advise her or talk her out of it. Yeah. And she also saw the red flags, of which she told her mother, and her mother insisted she remains in it. Some mothers. This is the festive season, and a lot of Odogos will be returning from Obodo Ibo. And some of these same mothers will take these daughters to such men, and these ladies will end up in such situations, punching bag situations. May God help us. To me, this movie is a tragic one. I mean, all of those dramas could have been averted, but are still prevented. She lost her baby at the end of the day. She started walking with clutches at the end of the day. Who actually wants that? Most mothers advise their daughters to get into such, not even advice, they force it on those girls to get into such relationships, marital relationships. And the girls will come out with one eye gone, one side gone. And they'll be like, oh, but you forced her into it. Is it fair? It is not now. God will help us. So for this, my dear lady, she could have just stood up for herself. Standing up, I mean, is not the Gen Z's way, in a polite, respectful manner, even though we're in a typical African setting. She could stand up for herself. No, mommy, I am not going to take that. I am not going to do it. Please. This is my life you're talking about, not yours. I'll be the one ending up with bad things all over me and the rest of it. You will just be there enjoying money for money's sake. To me, the writer and the director of this movie are trying to pass a message to we, the younger girls of this generation. Yes, it happens. In this dispensation, it happens a whole lot. You must marry that man. I am your mother. I gave birth to you. I carried you for 9 months, so they will tell you. My dear, as a young girl, what do you do then? First, you pray. It's normal. But you approach them with wisdom. Mommy, see, this thing, I can't do it. I really can't. It's my life that is on the line. Now, to the community. When you see such ladies, hey, I beg. Learn to appreciate these ladies. They made a mistake doesn't mean that that's the end of their life. Try to appreciate them and embrace them. Now, it's not only the ladies who suffer such situations, the men. as your father, as your mother, I trained you, you must get married to the girl I want for you. It is a must. And you see, at the end of the day, these men start cheating. So all of this is trying to pass out a message to each and every one of us, to know what to do, to know how to approach the situation, and how to handle them better. We'll draw the curtains here. I know you've got lots of questions to ask and things to say. Feel free to do that in our comment section. I'll see you some other time.